to All Things in 3. We're back with another Nail Talk Tuesday, and today we are talking about our college horror stories. So let's get into it.
So today we're doing Nia's nails. So we're gonna have to pick out a color for her. So
Why don't
just
we
like
let the
Nyla
person pick out the
always
color?
picks
No,
white,
no,
Nia
you-
always picks red. So red is out.
I don't know why.
So go ahead, Nia.
Ew, I don't know why.
What?
Something that happened in the fall, I think it was around January. So like spring semester, early spring semester. My friends and I were celebrating two of my friends' birthdays, and we all decided to go to Sky Zone for the day and then go to this really great seafood place after to celebrate their birthday. So once we got to Sky Zone, we checked in, we had all our socks, whatever, it was really cute, whatever, all that jazz. I decided to try a backflip. Now, I never did a backflip before, but it was a safe environment, right? Now, when I landed on my knee, my friends were hyping me up. They're like, oh, and then just like that, straight like that, right? But then when I landed on my knee, I started hugging my knee, and then I started crying, and they were like, oh, something went down. And then they got the staff, and they ended up calling the ambulance because I sprained my knee. We didn't know that until we got to the hospital. I basically had to get carried out of Sky Zone on a gurney in front of everybody. And mind you, it was so embarrassing because all you hear are these little 9-year-olds, oh my God, she's dead! She's dead! And I just look at them like, I'm not dead. But I was definitely, my eyes were definitely closed because I said, I can't look at everybody in here watching me get carried out like this. Nope. Can't do it. Nope.
You were so dramatic.
So my friends were really, really supportive because granted, we were supposed to be celebrating 2 people's birthday. Not 1, but 2 people's birthday. And we had to go to a seafood spot. They had reservations and everything. And once we got into the ambulance, the whole night was basically done. So we spent that night celebrating in a hospital in the emergency room as my knee was in a knee brace. I had to get carried out and then put in a wheelchair.
I don't know why this is so funny. It's not funny.
This is the worst story.
It's not funny.
It's like comedy.
Wow, I'm glad my injury is comedy. And then I had to be put on crutches. And as you guys know, I'm also an engineering student. So the way Hampton is set up, chemical engineering student. So the way Hampton is set up is that the engineering building, Olin, is at the very end of campus. This is me, right? And this is Olin.
You guessed it. It's like right here.
No, this is the student. Okay? So I had to
You didn't have to demonstrate.
all the way to Olin. It took me about it felt like an hour.
Well, you
Wow.
don't know what it's like to walk across the campus, okay?
8 crutches!
You don't know what it's like
My armpits
Think
were
about that
red for a month.
all the time.
A month.
Horror story.
That is horror.
Okay, so my story on campus was actually really serious and really scary. So we had a stabbing on our campus. The student that was visiting, he was an African American student visiting one of his friends one night, and a Caucasian white University American student stabbed the black student. And I'm gonna tell you the story. So basically, as the African American student was visiting campus, it was late night. He was waiting at a bus stop on our campus, and after he was waiting, there was a few white students who basically approached the African American student and was like, step left if you know what's good for you. And the African American student was like, what the heck, like, I'm just like leaving campus. And the white student stabbed the black student. And it was really, really sad and just so random because we were like, why would he do that? And we found out later that the White University of Maryland student was a part of a hate group on Facebook. And it was really sad because the black student, he went to a school nearby in Maryland. He went to Bowie State, and he also it was a week before his graduation as a lieutenant. And it was just, we were all like mourning for him. And we left that bus stop where he got killed, where he got stabbed, as a memorial to commemorate his life. But yeah, no, that was like one of the really scariest moments, because it was like, wow, like you almost feel like as a black student on a predominantly white campus, it's like, dang, like I really felt unsafe in that moment. And just the response from the administration on campus and all of that wasn't as quick and, you know, responsive. Like it wasn't the response we wanted. So it was really tough during that time. But yeah, I would say that was like a really big horror story on our campus for me. Yeah.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible and scary.
Yeah. Sorry to get so like dark, but it was a reality, you know, on the campus. But yeah, Nia, your turn.
So, it was a dark and gloomy night.
Oh.
No, it was actually evening, but it wasn't gloomy. It was just cloudy. And we were getting ready for the spring formal. It's the thing that mainly freshmen go to.
Sounds like
it. It was a dance, and I had just gotten my hair done, and I ran back to my dorm so that like I could put on my clothes. And my roommate was in the room, and she was going, but she wasn't getting ready yet. So as I was getting ready, my friends come because we're all riding in the same car, so they're waiting, and I'm doing my makeup in the mirror, and I'm not paying attention, and they're talking, and like they kind of just stopped talking, and I'm like, why did everyone get quiet? But I'm still focused on my makeup because we have to make this car that we ordered. So I turn around because my roommate, she goes, Nia? Nia? And I turn around and there's a huge bullfrog on our floor next to my bed. And mind you, we had just had a flood the previous week, and then the week before that we had a notice on our door that said something about bugs. It didn't really say bugs, but that's how it was translated to me. So I was just baffled how this frog got on the 16th floor.
You said, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And the window was open. So I run out of the room and I'm like, what's going on? Because another person on my floor was also in the hallway wondering what was going on because something was happening in her room, but it wasn't a frog. Turns out that the friends who had come to wait with me had taken the frog out of their book bag as a prank and thought that I would be the best person to prank. But my roommate never let me live that one down. Yeah, I was so
I can't even
shook. That entire night, I was just like, a frog? Really? A frog?
How big is a bullfrog?
It was like this big. It was huge. No, it's not all when you're like, what is that? And I was like, is it alive? Is it alive? And they were just looking at me. They were like,
I could just
how do we
looking
tell
at you
her?
like,
Yeah, it was.
I'm here for what?
Yeah, it was a horror story. We've had a few on the 16th floor. If you lived there, you know. But yeah, that's probably the most notable because frogs.
Because frogs.
Because frogs. The end. Yay! No, we'll get in sync. And that concludes our Nail Talk Tuesday.
Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. We will be updating you guys from our social medias that are located in the description box below. And stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button, all that jazz.
Comment, share.
Comment, share.
And
the result is a little scary too.
Yeah.
So, see you next time on the next Nail Talk Tuesday.
Bye.